Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and are making some really good trades. And let's dive in right into the analysis here today. So, the markets came in and made a new all time high today on the SPY, gapped up higher, and continued. To sell throughout the day. We actually ended up only 1 basis point, basically flat on the day. We almost flipped negative at one point, and then the Qs did something very similar again, like like we just did back here. Like we gapped up and then sold off. I guess we gapped up and then like rallied here, but then we sold off the next day. And again today we gapped up higher, and then we sold off right away again. So we're being met with an immense amount of selling at the all-time highs right now. The Qs have still not made a new all-time high. They can make a new all-time high, right? They could make a new all-time high and extend the fifth wave. And then the IWM was down on the day today, not too much, only 27 basis points. And the Dow Jones gapped up, but managed to kind of hold its own today. So again, the Dow Jones is price cap weighted, so that's why it's probably doing its own thing there. But anyways, I'm not gonna give you guys a whole speech again. Nothing has really happened, so we'll just continue to track this, and we'll be looking for the significant top, but it could be a while. And right now, we'll take a look at some individual names right away. We'll take a look at Tesla. Tesla, inside of this wave 4, in my opinion, still needs to make one more low. NVIDIA actually gapped up today as well. Hit the all-time high. Let's check to see if we did make a new all-time high. I think we did today. So the high was 140.89, and here we have 140.76. So today we've made a new all-time high by a few pennies, but it was still a new all-time high. Obviously, we kind of sold off afterwards, and there was some selling throughout the day here in the market. And the semis were actually strong, decently strong. They kind of held up. Let's take a look at the SMH. So you guys know the saying, when the semis are strong, there's nothing wrong. When the semis fail, you better bail. Right now, the semis, I believe, are inside of this fifth wave, and I think we need a rally into the sell area up here. So we need about 5 to 6%, I believe, from these levels. Yeah, 7%, 8%, and then you'll be in the sell area, and then we'll initiate our trade from there. But again, nothing right now that I could see. We'll take a look at Apple and Google. So I want to take a look at Apple. Apple it did a double top. It also made a new all-time high and then sold off afterwards. We'll have to follow this if we could continue up in this wave 3. We'll take a look at Google. I think Google just needed to extend higher here inside of this wave 3. Now it's just doing this. So if this doesn't play out, then ultimately this was just an extended C, and the X wave played out like this, and the C leg truncated and didn't end up going higher. So now the X wave ends, and then it's a 1-2 setup towards the downside. But I'm still optimistic that Google can hit this area up here. We'll just move it over here since the price is over there. So I don't want to move it too much. Just want the price to move. There we go. Okay. And we'll take a look at Meta. So Meta still inside of this wave 4 here. So there's not really much happening. We're gapping up in the markets, and then we're just selling off afterwards. Palantir is inside of this fifth wave here, inside of this third wave. So again, we're looking for a pretty big pullback here, and then an extension inside of the fifth wave, and then this X wave may be in. I think this is a more bearish count that I have, and we're actually just looking for a pullback and another extension higher, but it could also be a WXY. So I just urge people to be cautious, to be getting super bullish, super long at these levels. AMD is currently at 156.25, and not really doing much. Since we hit our sell area, it sold off pretty dramatically and hasn't really done anything since. Again, my long-term target is all the way down here at 102. So that's when it gets down there, that's when I'll be buying. And a lot of people say, well, it'll never get down there. It'll never go there. It'll never. And I'm sure the same people that say that said, where is it? Where's that other one? SMCI. Yeah, Okay, yeah, I guess it lost the logo. So SMCI. So everything shifted, but our count was when the price. I still have to move everything down, but essentially, you guys kind of get the idea. When we were up here in the thousands, I was saying, if we bounce here, we need to continue, because if we don't and we don't hold this level, we're gonna break down and we're gonna head down to the $328 level to 112. And after that, we collapsed. We went as low as like what, 37, and it's 37, 37. Okay, so we're like $50 off. So to me, it looked like we still need to go a little bit lower before it's all said and done. People are calling for a massive pump up, so I don't know about that. I think we need one more dump, and you get into this accumulation zone. I gotta get rid of a lot of this stuff here, so I'll rechart it over the weekend. But ultimately, this was one that we called perfectly, and everyone else was wrong, right? Because everyone, I'm just reading the comments and the euphoria, and that people are so blind to what's happening. They just don't care. Super bullish, but they have no fundamental reason or technical reason why they're bullish. It's just emotions. So I mean, that's just the way it goes, right? Sometimes. And let's take a look at a few other ones. We'll take a look at PayPal. PayPal needs some more upside. I think PayPal was up to $80 today, if I'm not wrong. PYPL. PayPal, yeah. So shallow wave 2, just continuing to extend. So you're going to go up inside of this wave 3, and it's just going to keep going higher. So all of this was correct so far, played out, and everything held up. It was just a very choppy, very ugly consolidation, but you broke out in the end. I think the weekly cycle broke, right? So you got a weekly cycle break, and now you're on the run. Let's take a look at Roku real quick. Or actually, I don't want to take a look at Roku. I'll take a look at the TLT. We'll take a look at the TLT. The yields are going higher. Right now, we bounced off this downsloping trend line, confirming that this was possibly support now. And to me, like, it looks like the TLT may be on the verge of a big leg down. If this is the case, then this whole move was a corrective move, right? A big collapse. Did you have divergence? Yeah, you had some divergence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then corrective move, and then you continued the impulse down. Is that what's about to happen here? Because when you look at the yields, it kind of looks like that, right? When you look at the yields look like they're getting ready to go on this new cycle higher, right? An impulse up. And if the major wave 2 low is in, then you better get ready for the 20-year to go to like 7 to 8%, maybe even higher, because that's where it's going. And if you're not ready for that, then man, it's gonna be a tough time. Oh man, where does this go? Yeah, there you go, 8% to as high as 11%, and that's where yields would go in the next 4 to 5 years. That means inflation's coming back, just based on the chart, though. This is just a chart. Obviously, it's not fundamentals, but it's just a chart, and that's what I see. So if that's the case, then the TLT is going much lower. And right now, the TLT, we'll take a look at Market Cipher. Man, the TLT was almost out of it was almost out of red money flow on the weekly time frame. The monthly was still bearish, but it had a really good shot of rallying up. And we could have seen like rate cuts like crazy, but it doesn't seem like it wants to happen anymore. So you got a technical bounce. Now it seems to be over. It looks like the party's already over. You're getting ready to roll over back down in the bonds. And that may be like a flash crash. You may see yields surge. And I don't know why they would surge, but maybe it's just because they're just printing money and they're lowering rates regardless of what's happening. And they don't care. And they just want to lower rates because they feel like the economy is going to collapse. I don't know. Maybe we're in a recession. Who knows why they would lower, rate. Yeah. What am I saying? Raise rates. I'm saying lower rates. Why they would raise rates. The bond yields, the 20-year long term would go up, but they're going to lower rates and they're going to cause inflation. So on the long end of the curve, they see a massive amounts of inflation. So that's probably what would happen. That's probably why the 20 years going up. It's because they see a big bout of inflation coming, and the Fed is doing the wrong move. Gold is sending a huge warning sign. It's at 2,700 now. Silver should be rallying up to $35. Once everything hits this area, you got to be really careful of what's going on in the market, because we may be in trouble. We may be in big trouble, and you don't want to be stuck wrong, holding the wrong trade if stuff like this is going on. So 3 may be coming to an end. 3, 4, right, and then fifth wave extension, and then the fifth wave. So let's see how this plays out. Okay. We'll take a look at oil real quick. So oil looks like it's I don't know. Oil's a tricky one too right now. Everything's kind of like on the verge of a major move, and markets just continue to push higher. Let's see here. Take a look at what oil's doing on the larger time frames. Okay, monthly's looking bearish. The weekly time frame isn't looking that great. Not good strong green money flow, and your red money flow on the daily time frame. This sell-off could easily continue down. Your red money flow on the 4-hour, and trying to exit it on the 1-hour time frame, but it could be set up for a disaster over the weekend. So who knows? Yeah, this is a no trade scenario for me on oil, and we'll wrap it up with just a few more things here. So I was actually looking at the Bollinger Bands on the markets right now, and I mean, we keep hammering the top of the Bollinger Bands on the Nasdaq. The same thing for the SPY. The SPY is, you get wicks above and you continue to push up. The only one that's really extending and opening up is the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones looks like it's just getting ready to surge, right? So it's strange. It's very interesting, actually. Not strange. It's interesting. But yeah, I mean, I'm holding my positions. Only have a few of them, and I'm doing day trades every single day. Today we bagged a quick winner. Today it was only like $200 something. But again, if you guys want to join the Discord for free, you just need to sign up for FTMO. You get lifetime access, or you could just pay monthly like everyone else if you don't want to sign up. Anyways, have a good day, guys. Peace.